Here's something nobody talks about. The guy driving the Tesla to your office probably has negative net worth. While you're eating your packed lunch feeling broke, you might actually be winning the money game. Think about that for a second. We've been programmed to recognize financial success by what we can see: the cars, the vacations, the designer, everything. But here's the plot twist that flips the script completely. Real wealth is invisible. The truly financially successful people, you'd never know it. They're driving 10-year-old Toyotas, shopping at Costco, and their biggest flex is having absolutely nothing to prove. Let me paint you a picture. Two neighbors, one posts constantly about their lifestyle, designer purchases, exotic trips. The other one, quiet, boring even. Guess which one sleeps better at night? Guess which one could survive 6 months without income? The boring one wins every time. Funny how we'll spend hours watching financial advice videos while ignoring our own financial wins. You're probably doing better than you think. You just don't recognize it because success doesn't scream. It whispers. Chapter 1. The Foundation Check. Let's start with the basics. You ready for this? If you can pay all your bills without checking your bank balance first, you're already ahead. That's not normal. That's winning. Think about the last time you made a payment. Did you have to shuffle money around, move from savings, wait for payday? If the answer is no, congratulations. You've achieved what most people only dream about. Financial buffer. Here's what nobody tells you. Having just $1,000 between you and zero, that's not basic. That's powerful. You know what most people have between them and disaster? About 3 days. Maybe a credit card with a prayer attached to it. The real test? Can you handle a $400 emergency without borrowing? If yes, you're literally better off than 40% of Americans. Let that sink in. Your boring emergency fund isn't boring. It's a financial fortress. And the funniest part? While others are financing their image, you're building actual wealth. One invisible dollar at a time. Chapter 2. The Buffer Zone. Here's where it gets interesting. You know that feeling when there's still money in your account before payday? That space, that breathing room, that's not leftover money. That's freedom. Most people live in what I call the countdown zone. 5 days until payday, 3 days, 1 day. Refresh the banking app. Sound familiar? But when you've got buffer, when there's space between you and zero, the entire game shifts. Think about this. Your coworker with the new BMW might be refreshing their account hourly, calculating if they can afford lunch. Meanwhile, you're over here with your paid-off Honda and actual money in the bank. Who's really winning? The buffer zone isn't just about money. It's about options. Can you quit a toxic job, take an opportunity, say no to things that don't serve you? That's what buffer really means. And here's the kicker. Every dollar of buffer you build makes the next dollar easier. It compounds. Not just financially, but psychologically. Buffer builds more buffer, and suddenly you're unstoppable. Chapter 3. The Sleep Test. Want to know the ultimate measure of financial success? It's not your income, not your investments. It's whether you can sleep. When you lay down at night, what happens? Are you calculating bills, running scenarios, wondering if that check will clear? Or do you just sleep? That's the real wealth. The ability to rest without money anxiety eating your dreams. Here's what's funny. We'll pay thousands for a luxury mattress, but ignore the thing that actually helps us sleep: financial security. You could have the world's best bed, but if you're stressed about money, you're sleeping on nails. You know you're doing well when money thoughts don't hijack your brain, when you can focus on your actual life instead of constantly calculating. That mental bandwidth, that's worth more than any salary increase, because when your mind is free from money worry, you can actually think, create, live. Most millionaires will tell you, wealth isn't about having millions. It's about not thinking about money all the time. Chapter 4. The Invincible Habits. Let me tell you about the biggest financial secret. The habits that build real wealth, they're so boring. Nobody posts about them. Nobody's getting likes for automatic transfers, but that's exactly what works. You automatically save before you even see the money. You're winning. Pay yourself first isn't just advice, it's a wealth algorithm. Every time that automatic transfer hits, you're building a fortress, brick by boring brick. Here's what's hilarious. People will spend hours researching the perfect investment while ignoring the basics. You know what beats picking the perfect stock? Actually investing consistently. That boring monthly contribution you set up and forgot about, it's quietly making you rich. The real champions of wealth live below their means, not because they have to, because they choose to. They could upgrade their lifestyle, but they don't. That gap between what you earn and what you spend, that's where millionaires are made. In the gap, nobody sees. Chapter 5. The Anti-Flex. You want to know what real confidence looks like? It's driving a car that's paid off while everyone else finances their image. It's the anti-flex, and it's the most powerful position you can be in. Think about this. Every person trying to impress you with their purchases is probably broke. The louder the flex, the bigger the debt. Meanwhile, you're over here with your boring, reliable life, actually building wealth. No Instagram posts needed. Here's the paradox. The less you need to prove, the more you actually have. When you stop caring what people think about your car, your clothes, your lifestyle, that's when you're truly free. The anti-flex is powerful because it compounds. Every dollar you don't spend impressing others becomes a dollar working for you. Do the math. That car payment others are making, invest it instead. In 5 years, they'll have a depreciated car. You'll have actual wealth. Who's the real winner? The answer is always the one who didn't need to show off. Appreciate you sticking around. If you liked what you heard, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and drop a comment. I'd love to hear your take. And if you know someone who'd enjoy this, share it with them. Chapter 6. The System Power. Want to know why some people effortlessly build wealth? They don't rely on willpower. They build systems. And systems beat motivation every single time. Your bills are on autopay? That's a system. Your savings automatically transfer? System. Your investments happen without you thinking? System, system, system. You've removed the decision fatigue. You've eliminated the friction. You've made wealth building inevitable. Here's what's funny about humans. We'll set 17 alarms to wake up, but won't automate our financial success. You know what the wealthy do? They set it and forget it. They make one good decision that pays dividends forever. The magic of systems is they work when you're tired, when you're busy, when you forget. They never take a day off. While everyone else is trying to remember to save, trying to force themselves to invest, your systems are quietly building your empire. That's not lazy. That's genius. Chapter 7. The Debt Perspective. Let's talk about the thing everyone's scared of, debt. But here's the twist. If you can see the end of it, you're winning. Having debt isn't failure. Everyone has some. The question is, what kind? A mortgage that's building equity? That's strategic debt. Credit cards you pay off monthly for points? Strategic. Student loans with a clear payoff plan? Strategic. But that car loan at 15%? That's wealth destruction. You know how I know you're doing well? You understand the cost of debt. Every dollar in interest is a dollar not invested. You get that. You feel it. And you're doing something about it. The real sign of financial health isn't being debt-free. It's having a plan. Can you pay off everything in 5 years if you wanted to? Do you know exactly when you'll be free? That's control. And control is what separates the stressed from the strategic. Chapter 8. The Time Trade. Here's when you know you've made it. When you value your time more than money. When you realize you can make more money, but you can't make more time. That's enlightenment. Think about your last purchase. Did you calculate the hours of your life it cost? That gadget wasn't $500. It was 20 hours of your existence. Once you see money as life energy, things change. The truly wealthy understand something. They buy back their time. They'll pay for convenience, for help, for freedom, not because they're lazy, because they're smart. They know time is the only real wealth. You're doing well financially when you can say no to money, when you can turn down overtime because you'd rather have the evening, when you can choose the lower paying job with better life balance. That's not giving up. That's growing up. The ultimate financial success isn't making millions. It's having enough to choose time over money. Chapter 9. The future. You. Want to know the most powerful financial indicator? It's not what you have now. It's what you're building for tomorrow. Your current self is taking care of your future self. That's love. Every automatic investment, every dollar saved, every debt paid down, you're sending gifts to future you. Think about that. While others are stealing from their future with debt, you're funding your future with discipline. Here's what compound interest really means. That $100 you invest today, in 30 years, it could be $2,000. You're not just saving money. You're bending time, making money work while you sleep, while you live, while you forget it exists. The gap between you and others isn't visible now, but it's growing exponentially. Every single day, they're running in place. You're building momentum. In 10 years, they'll wonder how you got so lucky. You'll know it wasn't luck. It was Tuesday. Just another boring Tuesday of building wealth. Chapter 10. The Victory Lap. Let's bring this home. If you've made it this far, if any of this resonates, you need to hear something. You're doing better than you think. Look at your life. Really look at it. Can you eat without stress? Sleep without worry? Handle an emergency? That's not basic. That's achievement. That's success. That's winning the game most people don't even know they're playing. Your boring financial life? It's someone else's dream. Your automatic savings, your paid-off car, your emergency fund, these aren't consolation prizes. They're trophies. Invisible trophies that actually matter. Stop comparing your Chapter 3 to someone else's highlight reel. Stop thinking you're behind because you don't have the Instagram lifestyle. The real flex, it's reading this and recognizing yourself. It's knowing you're building something real, something lasting, something nobody can take away. You want to know the truth? If you related to even half of what we talked about, you're not just doing okay. You're crushing it in the quietest, most powerful way possible. And that is what real wealth looks like.